Back to school season happens a little earlier for some students, maybe involved in sports, extracurricular activities, just working to prepare their season as the summer wraps up.
And there's so many activities that a lot of students get to, clubs, sports, and then there's bands. Our Candace Monticelli went back to her roots. She's got all the details about the marching band at Belding High School. Candace, tell us all about it.
Good morning. Yeah, I went back in time, dusted off my old clarinet, and found out if I could still keep up with the band kids as they work so hard to prepare for another marching season at Belding High School.
The sounds of a hard-working summer as the Belding High School marching band prepares for a busy season. Band director Ryan Rubel says the band is the largest student organization with 85 students, 60% of which are freshmen and sophomores.
Between our student section and ourselves, we're the soundtrack for the game.
The band brings that game day atmosphere to the whole community. Between band camp and countless rehearsals, it's a lot of preparation that takes a ton of effort and a whole lot of practice.
On a typical week, we have an hour and a half in class every day, plus at least 3 hours outside of school once a week to get ready for a Friday night performance, a Saturday performance for our competitive circuit. So easily you're pushing 12 to 15 hours of rehearsal a week.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 1.
Hours and hours getting ready for a 6.5-minute halftime show. These students learn how to march, play their instrument while moving, and memorize it all to entertain the crowd.
Drill is the pretty picture on the field. Each individual student carries with them a coordinate sheet. We break the field down to an X and a Y axes.
The students do what's called a roll step, giving their audience a clear sound through every move they make. Rubel says putting everything together at the same time is like walking and chewing gum, but times 10 with no breaks in between. It's a challenge that requires a lot of focus and has a bit of a learning curve.
These students go for 6.5 minutes non-stop while exerting the same amount of oxygen that you would be if you were running a marathon, a long distance run.
I remember being little and I would come to the football games and the band would perform and I was like, yeah, I could do that. It looks so easy. And then I got out there my freshman year and I was lost.
From the new freshmen to expert seniors, these Black Knights make it look easy. But could you do what they do? I decided to grab my old clarinet and see if I could still keep up.
Hold on, I think I can do this better. That's better.
This year's show is titled A Path Less Traveled By, painting a picture of an unexpected musical palette. No doubt, Belding is known as a band town, as students and teachers alike say nothing compares to their community support.
It just feels really good to know that everybody's loving what you're putting out there. And you can, like, when they start cheering, it's just an overwhelming good feeling.
It's a community tradition, but it's also a family tradition. Many of the students in band have a sibling or a parent that also was a band member.
A tradition of hard work and a halftime show, making these kids not only better musicians, but better people.
Trophies can stack up dust, but the memories you create on the field can last much, much longer.
Now, Belding High School is setting up to have an exciting season as they will keep preparing to qualify for state championships at Ford Field this November, plus a very patriotic performance next July. Representative Peter Meyer invited the band to D.C. and to perform at the state's Capitol on the 4th of July next year. But they need our help to get there. They need the funds to make it to D.C. So if you would like to support the Belding High School band, you can log into their website at beldingbands.org. And of course, in that piece, you saw me in my old uniform,
yeah.
So we brought out
Bring
the
it
hat.
back, baby.
Yes.
She still got it.
It was official. I mean,
how fun was that to get back to, because you did band for
loved
years.
it. I was a band kid through and through. I loved it. They do things a little differently nowadays.
Yeah.
So it's fun to like compare back to when I was in band.
So much fun, Candace. Thanks so much.
You're
All right,
welcome.
guys, it is 7.